get a job is bullshit. Look around. The world's literally moving away from it. The old path of building wealth is trading your time for a paycheck, and that is freaking dead. But every internet guru is telling you that try dropshipping or affiliate marketing, and they're also full of it. Those things don't work in 2026, especially not now in the era of AI. Look, I've built a portfolio of companies over 100 million, and I can tell you there are only 7 real ways to make money in 2026. And today, I'm gonna break down all 7. And for each one, I'll give you the real story, the real math, and the real steps to get started. And this isn't theory. This is the playbook from someone like me who's in the arena every single day, hustling, making money. Let's dive in. First up, number 1, intrapreneurship. This is the new way to have a job. You don't trade your time for money. You own an outcome. All of my employees across my portfolio companies, from people scooping up poop water to my C-level executives, they're intrapreneurs. They earn in the top 10% of their trade, and they're building massive wealth because they get a piece of the value that they create. And this looks something like a base salary with uncapped variable compensation component. So if you're a technician, you get paid $25 an hour, but then X% of the revenue you produce uncapped. And this is how plumbers and other intrapreneurs make multiple 6 figures. Who's this for? This is for that 8th player that's stuck in corporate America with a flat or capped salary. You're ambitious, you want to earn more, but you're not really having the entrepreneurial DNA, and you don't want to start your own company from scratch. Most companies fail, let's just be honest. You want the upside of an entrepreneur with the stability of a team. And the way you start by just changing your mindset. Stop looking for a job and start looking for a company that offers performance-based pay. And go into those interviews and ask, how can I earn more if I outperform? If they don't have an answer, it's the wrong company. If you're talented and you want to become an entrepreneur on my team, comment entrepreneur below and let's see if it's a fit. I've got openings across different types of companies, from tech to boring businesses. Let me know. Speaking of boring businesses, that brings to number 2, boring gigs. Window washing, pressure cleaning, car detailing, Instacart, Uber Eats. If you look at the world, the gig economy is booming. The other day, I hired a guy and his buddy to pressure wash the exterior of my house. They charged me $1,000, and it was all labor. It was 2 guys, a full day's worth of work, and a pressure washer. That's $500 each day for a day worth of work. That's $125,000 a year if you work 5 days a week and do that. For pressure washing, that's super freaking awesome. Who's this for? This is for the person who needs to make money now. You have more time than money, and you're not afraid to put in a little elbow grease and do hard work. You want to be your own boss, set your own hours, and see the cash in your bank the same day. How do you start? Well, you start with what you have. A car for Uber, a pressure washer from Home Depot. You then can go post on like Facebook Marketplace, Thumbtack, Nextdoor. Your first customer is always going to be in your neighborhood. Go knock doors. The barrier to entry, it's literally almost zero. The 3rd way to make money in 2026, start a boring business. This is where real wealth is built. Plumbing, electrical, HVAC, restoration. These businesses print cash because they solve real painful problems. And here's the deal. The next wave of millionaires are not lawyers. They're not accountants. They're not consultants. There's not even that many tech people that become millionaires. They're plumbers, HVAC techs, and other boring business owners. That's why peeps like Cody Sanchez and Warren Buffett are literally all over this, investing in this. Who's this for? Not gonna lie, this is for the long-term builder. The person who wants to create an asset and own something, not just income. You're not gonna make as much money in the short run, but in the long run, you'll make good money. And you have to be willing to deal with employees, trucks, inventory, and you wanna build something that can run without you one day. How do you start? You start by picking one trade and going deep. Get a job in that industry for 6 months or a year. Learn the skills, learn the customers, learn the problems, then you go off and launch your own. And I believe in this so much that I invest in boring businesses. My first business was in restoration, and we have the exact playbook to go from $0 to $1 million like that. If you want to start a restoration business, DM me RESTO Biz and I'll help you. All right, the 4th way to make money in 2026 is to freelance your tech skills. If you're a designer, video editor, developer, my buddy Christian, he started a coaching program for Romanian freelance developers after working at Google, Microsoft, Apple, stuff like that. And he taught them how to apply for freelance jobs on platforms like Upwork, and they were making as much as $20,000 a month. Who's this for? Well, this is for the creative or the coder who wants freedom. You have a valuable skill that company needs. You don't want to necessarily be tied to a company, but you don't want to start your own business. You want to work from anywhere, choose your projects, and get paid for what you're worth. Now, how do you start? You start by building a portfolio. Do 3 projects for free or cheap. Get some case studies, then create a profile on Upwork, Fiverr, TopTal. There's a bunch of sites like that. And you start applying for jobs every single day, and your first client is out there waiting for you. The fifth way to make money in 2026 is AI consulting. This is the future. So many boring businesses need to be disrupted by AI. The AI adoption curve is moving faster than the mobile adoption curve. And ask yourself a question. How many people do you see in boring businesses that don't use a cell phone on a daily basis? The answer is 0. It only took us about 10 years to get there. Imagine how much faster AI is moving. You don't need to be a genius coder either. You just need to understand a business problem and then find an AI tool that solves it. And you can literally pick up the phone and talk with ChatGPT or Claude and figure out how to solve it. Who's this for? This is for the problem solver, the person who loves connecting dots. You see a broken process in a business and you immediately think, there's gotta be a better way. You don't need to be a tech expert. You need to actually be a business expert. How do you start? You start by picking one industry that you know very well. Ask local business owners what their biggest bottleneck is. Then go to AI and ask it how to solve that problem with itself. Network, find a business owner willing to let you try, deliver a 10x ROI. That's your first case study. Then just go rinse and repeat with a bunch of other people. Which brings me to the sixth way to make money in 2026. Build an AI product. And this is the next level. Instead of consulting, you build a product that does the work. A tool, a piece of software, a plugin. And this is how you build scalable recurring revenue. Who's this for? This is for the systems thinker or the agency owner. The person who wants to build a machine that works while they sleep and they have some sort of domain expertise. You're not just solving the problem once, but solves it for everyone forever. How do you start? Well, you're your own first customer. Find the problem in your own life for business that you could solve with a very simple AI tool, then build a minimal viable product, use it yourself, then go find 10 other people with the same problem. That's what we did with Albuware. We took a pain that we had in our own restoration business, built a solution. Now it's a multi-million-dollar company with tens of thousands of users. And the seventh way to make money in 2026, community or coaching. Go back to my buddy Christian. He taught all these developers how to earn what they deserved that they needed to earn. He personally did over $1 million a year in Romania teaching people how to freelance. If you have a skill, you should send the elevator back down and teach it to others. Who's this for? This is for the expert who wants to scale their impact. You've mastered a skill and now you want to help others do the same. And you enjoy teaching, leading, and building a movement. How do you start? Well, you start by doing what I did. I put a calendar invite in my calendar for a group coaching call and started selling the offer via chat to other restoration business owners looking to scale their business. You don't really need a fancy website. That came after. You just need a skill, a Zoom link, and the courage to teach it. This eventually turned into the most powerful movement in the restoration industry. So there you have it. The only 7 ways to make money in 2026. Intrapreneurship, boring gigs, boring businesses, freelancing, AI consulting, AI products, and coaching. Here's the most important part. The problem isn't picking the wrong one. The problem is not picking one and going all in. Every single one of these can make you a millionaire, but you have to commit. You have to be willing to do the work when it's not sexy. You have to be willing to fail and get back up. So pick one, just one, and commit to it for the next 1,000 days. Don't get distracted. Don't chase shiny objects. Just build. If you're ready to commit, type commit below and let me know you're one of the ones who's actually going to do the work. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button for more, and I'll see you on the other side.